Hey, before I get too goofy, oh yeah, I just had a comment about these videos that I've been doing in the orchard, and I said something about my energy being a little bit too, whatever. So we're gonna relax, calm down, face to face, be here now, man. Um, Before we do get started, though, I do have an update on how things are going as far as like, the woo woo stuff for me. I like saying woo woo, by the way, and I know that hurts somebody's feelings because they're like, this isn't fringe and woo woo. It's the real deal, and I get it. It is the real deal, but if you've been around with me, I'm okay with joking around about all of it. So I do love the term woo woo and all the spiritual stuff going on. I now know. I don't know. I think I know what people have been meaning by the word safety. And to me, this whole thing is, I've been going through the healing thing, and I have had some direct experience with the thing, whatever. And but when people would say safety, it just didn't register until yesterday. And yesterday, the last several days, I have gotten to experience being right in the now and shutting off any step past right now, and then releasing all of the tension resistance that goes with all of the thoughts that are beyond right now. And it's great. It's been amazing. Like, there are several chores out here, and they take steps to do. And the way I was raised and my problems are that I start worrying about whatever's next, the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and all the things that could go wrong. And the pit in my stomach gets harder, tighter, bigger. I don't know. It gets worser. It gets pittier. And that's where the safety thing is I that being thinking ahead of all of the things that could go wrong and trying to brace yourself and prepare for them and do whatever. Some people might say, oh yeah, that's just being proactive, and I say it is terrible. It is it's because I don't feel safe, or didn't feel safe, like those situations, these situations that make me worry about all the next steps. I did not feel safe. That was the thing. I felt like my me was not safe. My little inner child was not feeling safe. They're the ones that invented all of this overthinking. And I can tell you, I was genetically designed to overthink, and I'll tell you why. Okay. Oh yeah. By the way, hair and makeup done by Trip. That Trip is me. See? Look at makeup, hair. But I'm trying to make a point here. Is I don't wear hats backwards, and I'll tell you why. Because this part of my forehead really protrudes out, and so when I do this thing here, I don't like the way it looks at all. In fact, I just can't even look at it. But I think I was designed, and that little extra bump of forehead is where I have all the extra thoughts, all of those worrisome thoughts. And so yeah, it's a bunch of extra things going on in there. And I am learning how to, well, I did learn how to quiet the random thought, the big negative random thought that came in, and I'd be like, shush you. But, and then, I am not my thoughts, man. But this underlying worry about the next steps, I can tell you that is the thing that has kept me frozen in so many endeavors, or just like not started a thing. Like, oh no, because I'm worried about the thing and the money and the whatever and the da 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 da. Like all the thing, or that this could break, or this could go wrong, or people could say this, or all of it. Whew. And so that's where that safety comes in, is feeling safe and not having to worry about all of the things that could go wrong. I tell you, I'm just now getting into these now moments, and accepting, right? So, hello, I am Trip. This is Real Nature Trip. I am going through it just like you are, and we are growing together. I hope that you're not here just for the tarot, that you're here for us to discuss where our hearts are going and growing and do, you know. Oh, baby. The Lovers just went by. The Fool started, you know, was on the bottom of the deck. Oh, man. Knight of Pentacles is back. Oh. Anyway, so that's where I'm at. And yeah, these reads have been a little different just because everything's kind of new and there's like a different energy for me. So I want to pull back into my real trip energy. Nope, too much chapstick. I got a little greasy. Maybe the words will just come right out, you know, now that I stick to my chap. Okay, last shuffle. While I let you know I love you, I accept you, my heart loves your heart. We are different human beings, but we are one. We are the same. We are creatures going through it. I don't even know how else to say it. So yeah. And then we're going to ask Spirit to help us out and send us messages. Ask, you know, say, hey, can we? Will you? And thank you. And we love you. Oh, confirmation, almost burp. Excuse me. Okay. So let's look at the past energy. See what we're dealing with. Oh, yeah. Five of Cups. Let's talk about this one. I mean, that's what we're here for, right? Okay, Five of Cups. Oh, man, I didn't even check to see if I had any eye boogers or bats in the cave or whatever. Okay. All right. Five of Cups. So a big change that you made. To me, the change is like an outward change. So it could be a change of location, a change of jobs, change of partners, change of, you know, something. And it was not. This is the land of four-wheelers and motorcycles. People are trying to get to little places quickly. Spirit saying you were popped out like a zit. Like I've used that as a title, and I won't use that as a title again. You know, because you don't want too many gross ones. Like, you know what? This reminds me of a hemorrhoid. No, sorry. It feels like there was pressure from within to make a change, and it like shook you harder and harder until you did it. So this is the change that you made. That was it was the big one when you thought things were going okay, or, you know, or like, how do I say this? So I quit a job. I've quit a lot of jobs, but I quit a job. I quit teaching when each year it started getting more and more tense, less and less fun. Like I had wanted to quit earlier and I didn't because of, you know, the security, the money, the normalcy, and I didn't want to quit, and it just kept getting. I felt like the tree I was in got shaken harder and harder and harder until I eventually fell out, and so a change had to be made, and I feel like your tree has been shaken, and you were like asked to move on. And you know, we're almost on the anniversary, or we're right about the anniversary where I broke up with somebody that I cared more about than anybody else that I ever had in the world. And that change was easy because I didn't wait for the big vibration. I heard a message right away, and man, and I listened to it, and it was not great, you know, obviously, come on, breakups aren't great, but I listened. And so this sorry, we're way deep in and we're just talking about this this past thing, well, we're talking about safety too, so okay, we're in. So yeah, I get it. Whatever you had to go through. Whew. So let's look at current energy. Oh man, that's an X of Wands, 10 of Wands. So some people, and this isn't necessarily you, but it maybe a little bit, maybe a little bit. Some people, they talk about their past like it's a badge of honor, like especially the hardships, right? Like, and what young people will do this. I probably did it too. Oh, it's so embarrassing. If I still had embarrassment, I do, a little, just one of these days, um, where it's like, look what I've endured, and look what I have taken on, been through, and had to deal with, and here I am, just as strong as anybody else, and it's almost like they're bragging about, that kind of thing. And this isn't necessarily that, but there is like this, like holding on to it, holding on to some stuff from the past that, it's just like, well, what else do you do? Like, that's the way we operated. That's the way things went. So it feels like, yeah, you're reteaching yourself how life can be. You're currently in it, but you notice yourself holding on to some stuff. And hopefully, like, I mean, I'd love to see this Ten of Swords guy in action and just start dropping them, like, phew, or giving them away or something, like, no, you don't have to carry this anymore. And you're realizing that. You're realizing you don't have to carry this anymore and what a weight it is. And you're getting there. You're getting there. Future energy, Knight of Wands. Look at how many wands he's got. One. It just takes one. You don't have to carry all these. Hey, and this is the year of the fire horse. So yeah. I drive past a car wash, and I'm as sure many of you do drive past car washes if you drive and you're in a town that has a car wash. Anyway, and on the reader board, there's a guy that, he works for the owner, but the owner says you can put any sayings up there you want, and he's had these great sayings. And I think the thing got sold, and the last saying that got put up is 2026 is gonna rock. And I'm like, it's August. We're in the 8th month, but the year of the fire horse started in February, so it's still gonna rock, and it's moving. I think you're ready. Yeah, like the reads have said, you're ready to move, and you want it fast, but you got to take it step by step. Yeah, that's. Oh yeah. All right. What is the desire? I mean, that's yesterday. The desire, or last read. I don't remember. Was this read it? I don't know. I got my extra thinking brain covered up. That extra protruding part is good for headbutting. So, and I have butt my head up against so many things. All right, the desire. Yeah, the desire is to move to calmer waters. There's six swords here versus 10 wands. So you're seeing a reduction, and it's like you're taking some swords with you as if, like, hey, these are valuable. And you know what? Now you get to pick. Discern. Oh, what thoughts do I want to honor? Do I want to honor? And they're on the water. It feels like something. We're looking at this guy. We're looking at this guy. We're looking at this guy. And your future's saying you're going to be moving. But there is this feeling of carrying a weight, carrying something extra. For some of you, it's a big one. For some of you, it's just that last little, I feel like you're getting to the heart of it more and more. So the challenge to this Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. How can that be a challenge? Just like the Empress, how can she be a challenge? Well, I bet there's a way. Ace of Swords. A brilliant idea that should be followed up on. The word should. A brilliant idea that should be followed up on to achieve victory. I feel like this is where the sticking part is, right? Like the thought of achievement and victory, it's still like that old system, that you designed. You had help. Definitely had help, but you designed a system where maybe some worth was tied into the achievement and into the victory, some self-worth, or like how you were perceived by others. Oh man, yeah. And we're moving from lots of wands down to one wand. We're moving from lots of swords down to one sword. Maybe this is the burden. I don't know. What's the solution card? Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. To me, this is almost speaking the same right now as the Two of Swords, where the lady's blindfolded and she's going within. This is saying you've already been within. You've done that. You've done the hermiting. You've done the really searching. This is just saying now you can tap into it. You can tap into what you found in there. Trust your heart. Trust. You don't become queen. You don't get queen energy by just sitting around. You lived a life that got you there. You did all this stuff. You had the tragedies and the uppities. The highs and lows. Let's say that. What's the opposite of a tragedy besides comedy? But yeah, you've had that all, and you've grown and grown and grown, and you've opened your heart and you've done the things, and now you get to kind of reap the benefit and know that your home is here. Your home is where the heart is, and you can go home all the time, anytime. Ooh, yeah. When it gets a little woof out there, you can just go home. Feel the resistance go away. That's the thing about this. Like when I start to worry and everything, my face gets tighter. My shoulders start coming forward and up without me knowing, and I'm just like, and then I realize I'm resisting. And I relax them, and I feel like it's just get to the now, man. And I don't know if you're ready for the now. Like only like certain like levels of elite, so spiritually whatever, can get there. Just kidding. I am so excited. So excited for you getting to this now spot. And I've been thinking about like, what are some things that have brought us into the now, And I think some of these adventurous, fun things like a zip line, you're not thinking about a lot of other stuff when you're on a zip line or you're jumping off a cliff into some water. You're not. I mean, maybe right before you jump, you're thinking about a bunch of things. But when you're doing it, you're just like, wah, So I'm not saying go out there and do dangerous things or put yourself at risk, but maybe some things that you do that really kind of suck you into right now, and maybe you've never been aware that that's been the thing, but I think you can recreate that and then apply it. All right, let's look at the interpersonal stuff, and Spirit saying shuffle and cut. Oh, and we did. So you, 8 of Cups. Yeah, it shows you moving on. You are unafraid. You really are unafraid. Well, you're doing it, afraid or not. But it appears to be unafraid. And that it almost feels like there's two parts of you. There's the unafraid part that's like, I don't need all this. I just need what's in here. I bet we see the big cup coming in later, maybe. The Ace of Cups. Okay, that's you. This other person, ooh, someone just went through it. Someone just finally let themselves take on whatever it is, and they get that the night is over, but man, they might need help up. Oh, something about them was destroyed. I never really look at the swords and how they actually pierce this person. Oh man, it's like ego death, man. Man, maybe someone's just, man. We've been talking about a couple people, and someone that's maybe they just broke down their terror. I said terror when I meant tower, and I'm looking at tarot. Oh boy, so many T's. Someone's golfing. So many T's. No, just kidding. Just kidding. You're not golfing right now. You're watching. You're watching this. You're learning. I don't know what you're learning. Not on this channel. Sorry. Okay, the two of you together though. We're back to cups. I said a big cup was coming in, and I thought maybe it was the Ace of Cups, but Page of Cups. The two of you together. Okay, so I feel like you're at Queen of Cups level, and when you're dealing with this person, it's kind of maybe like you're remembering what it's like at that instant that you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, the world is just now going to open up to you, pal. Like friend, buddy, lover. Yeah, that looks good. That looks great. Oh, okay, the situation. There's so much change. So all of this is operating on you deep inside. I'm not even saying you have to choose anymore. You're done with the choose. It was 22-27 when I said that. So 222 and a 27 in there. There's so much change going on. Watch this. It started off with the outside stuff changing. There was this desire to change, situation, location, whatever. You are showing you're willing and able to move on. And here we go. The situation is the internal change. And I'm saying you don't have a choice anymore on this one. Spirit's saying you don't have a choice. It's happening inside you no matter what. Yeah. And the do? King of Swords. Let's read King of Swords. I just feel like it. I feel like it. Wands, swords, knight, queen, king. So do. An intellectual who is adept at spreading ideas and using available resources to solve problems. Military mind, law, judgment, command, power. So in this journey, I was doing it just like a regular person and just masculine energying and trying to build a life and do and expectations and the whole rigmarole, this outward whatever. If I change my outward thing, I'll feel better inwardly. And when my whole universe popped wide open, I really just dove all into the feminine energy as much as I can. And there needs to be a balance, right? And to the point, I feel like somewhere where I was like, I almost felt like I couldn't do, I needed to be, I don't know, I needed something else to do. And something lately has reminded me hey, you have all of it. You have all the doing strength. You have all the being strength and the receiving strength. You have the giving strength. You have the receiving strength. There was another, and you have the strengths you've been tapping into now, which are more of the heart. but you also have these quirky skills that you developed, strengths, um, whatever, through your pain, and that aren't the healthiest if that's all you tap into, but you have them as skills or as a tool in your tool belt. You don't have to live it, but you know what? When it comes time to get down and get it done, you have that skill. So that's what this is saying. So remember, you have the skill and the strength and the ability. You have all the strength, and all you got to do is ask for it to come to the surface. Come to you when you need it. Come to you when you need it. That's the do. And the don't do, the hanged man. The hanged man. So this is, we've been sitting back. And waiting for, like, okay, where am I asked to go next and whatever, and maybe a little too city back. I know I've been a little too city backy, but I needed it, right? And you've needed it if you've been doing it. And I'm glad that you honored your time resting, hermiting, soloing, focusing, and opening. Yeah, I'm glad you had your time. But Spirit's kind of saying, now, wherever you want to go, just look that direction and take that step. Take one step. Really, don't think about the next thing. Think about the one thing. That's the best I can do for you right now. Think about that one thing to do. Confirmation, Bert, right there. Okay. Oh man, I almost had a confirmation on the confirmation. I haven't even, oh, there it is. I haven't even drank water. Drinking? Okay. Yeah. I feel like also these steps, drop one of these each step, yeah. And on that step, if you feel yourself tensing up and resisting, just let it, just don't resist it. Just be all in on that one step, and then take the next step that comes up. Oh, I gotta take this advice for myself. All right. I love you. That's the main point of this whole channel. Tarot is it's what we're doing. Hopefully Spirit's coming through and doing its thing with us. But I'm here to tell you I love you and to let you know that you are 100% worthy and beautiful and deserving of all this wonderfulness. That's it. That's all I got for you today. All right. I love you and goodbye.